Hey everyone, Kimchica here. Welcome to the channel where we've got another first impression for you. Today's game is made by a Seoul developer who's got experience at studios such as Visceral, BioWare, and EA Mobile. But Ben Wander decided he wanted to take a leap of faith and create his own game, and this is the results of that leap of faith. So, my first experience with A Case of Distrust was at PAX West, and he did something that really stuck out in my mind. After the demo, we got to fill out these sticky notes on sort of what impacted us or what stuck out to us about the game. And he didn't say whether it had to be positive or negative, he just wanted feedback. And the act of writing down what I enjoyed about this game really actually made it stick in my mind. So that was a really good strategy to have me remember the game. And he released this demo just a few days ago. I've been watching the game since PAX West to see its progress. And so I thought I'd play the demo and let you guys know some of my first-ish impressions of how the game has turned out since I've played it since then. And here we go. A Case of Distrust is a narrative historical mystery, a visual novel I suppose, set in 1924 San Francisco. You play as Phyllis Malone, a private investigator who's feeling a bit disillusioned about the direction her career and life in general are going. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, that will soon change with the arrival of her next client. The story is visually stunning, with a clean yet imagination-activating art style. Who knew such simple design could evoke the clutter of an office, the smoky comfort of an underground speakeasy, or the emotions of a distraught lady? The use of color, movement, and line are to be highly commended. Rather than control a character walking through a location, your goal in playing is to collect evidence by clicking and examining objects or talking with people. Like the classic choose-your-own-adventure books, you're often prompted with different options that will change the details of conversations, although major plot points, in the demo at least, all turned out the same. The opportunity to expand on dialogue or even search through seemingly non-useful items makes for a world that seems more open and full than other games I've played in the genre. Taxicab conversations, for example, have intrigued me already, even though you only get one in the demo. You can choose to stay silent, which admittedly is what I normally do in real life, or elect to engage in a bit more dialogue. Will these conversations help illuminate future clues? I'm not sure, but it really deepens the world and experience. Not to mention, the writing is just plain interesting and fun to read. But the point of your investigating is not just to have great conversations, that's just a perk. Once you've collected the evidence to achieve your goals, you have the option to present that information to question suspects further or even contradict their claims. I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like with more complex investigations underway. I know the first goal in our first investigation was one that really warmed my heart. Visual novels and narrative experiences, no matter how beautifully done, always come back to the writing. Can the author hold my attention? In this case, absolutely yes. Each of the characters has already come to life for me just from this demo, and Ben does an incredible job of building a personal view of this world. With his writing, I feel like I'm looking at a magnifying glass of Phyllis's experience and story, rather than using a telescope to see the whole world. It feels personal. And, in what could be a minor detail to some and a bigger detail to others, Phyllis is a woman. And I feel like, as someone who has read a few mysteries, you very rarely see women as detectives, so I'm very interested to see how that changes her experience and her story. The demo was about 20 minutes long for one playthrough, although I did go back and try out all the different dialogue options. While the main result is the same, there's lots to learn about our protagonist and the world she inhabits, and going back and exploring those different dialogue options was still fascinating. I'm a sucker for additional context, and if you are too, you'll want to play this demo a couple of times to see all the different options played out, and to get to know our characters a little bit better. So, first impressions? I can't wait for more. This is a slower paced game with lots of reading, so if you're set on not enjoying that, or if you don't like reading, this might not be your cup of tea. Or your glass of moonshine. But if you enjoy narrative-based titles, mystery, visual and sound design that pair near perfectly, this is worth giving a shot. A Case of Distrust releases on February 8th, so go now and wishlist it on Steam. And hey, why not go and support the dev while you're at it? The links are below in the description box. So if you enjoyed this first impression, please hit that like button. If you want to hear more about indie games, whether it's a review, first impression, or a list of maybe some games that you should keep your eye on, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And finally, just to get the whole spiel over with, I also stream indie games on Twitch at 1 p.m. Pacific time most weekdays, and you can follow me there at twitch.tv/Kimchica. And I hope to see you guys again. Bye!